So boom, just when you thought the fun was over, we're bringing another tier list, right? We got a tier list here, tier listed based on the most toxic units in the game, doing only LFs and ultras. So with that being said, the top god tier would be the most toxic, and underneath at the bottom would be the healthiest units for the game. Not much more to say, let's get into this tier list. So chat, talk to me, who's the most toxic unit in the game, like that's ever released? Who's ever released? Like let's really talk about this. Let's talk about this. Just give me some names right now. Give me some names. I'm thinking tag droids to me. Go Freezer Janemba. Oh yeah. Alright, so I think it's best to just drag up multiple people at once. So because there's a lot to go through. We have to go through all of these guys. Alright, so Janemba's going up. Tag droids are going up. UVB's going up for sure. Go Freezer, Kaioken, Go Freezer. MUI Goku, yeah. Anybody else that's super toxic? Ultra Hit. I don't know about Ultra Hit. I wouldn't say he's god tier toxic. FSK, yeah. I'll put Nameku as well for that reason. Blue VB. Where's Nameku? There we go. Alright. I think this is looking good for god tier. I will put Kula up there as well. Is that everybody that I'd want to keep in god tier? I think nobody else is really like god tier level toxic. Right, let's look at this. So I think we should only order the god tier, then the rest we won't order. So if I'm saying all of these, I personally would go tag droids, blue VB, or FSK. One of these three would be the most toxic if it's me. If it's the most, I'm saying one of these three. Like god tier contender of toxicity, if we're really talking. I'm so comfortable with tag droids number 1, me personally, and blue VB number 2 for sure. UVB's making it up there, cool, but is he more toxic than red FSK? I think these two are they could be same level. I'll put FSK, then I'll put VB, then I'll put UVB. Then I think I'm gonna hit Gold Freezer actually. I think Gold Freezer's worse than UVB. If we're being so real. The only unit in the game you can't rush. Blue Beast Gohan. You want to put Blue Beast up here? Chat, what do you think about Blue Beast? Is he hanging with all of these guys? But where's he fitting? I think Nameku's going further up. Kaioken's going up. Maybe Beast ahead. Like these. He's the top of Z. Fair. I'm thinking more so that he had so many blue card spawns and he'll one-shot you. And his combos were so long. I don't think any Rose is god tier toxic. Not god tier. Janemba top 5. You think Janemba is worse than Kaioken, Nameku, UVB in their prime? I don't see it. CL7 Go only LLs and ultras. It's only LLs and ultras. It's all I got here. Guys are sleeping on this guy, bro. But I think he's fine in his position. I don't think he could be more toxic than the guys ahead of him. But I think he's solid. Kaioken above UVB, but is he above? So should I do this? I think this looks good. I think MUI is worse than Janemba as well. Cooler, not godly. I don't know, man. I don't know about Cooler, bruh. That lock-in is dangerous. It's super dangerous, bruh. I'm gonna trust chat on this one. Why is Nameku so high? You must not have used Nameku ever. Nameku being high is like, has to be. In his prime, all day. I think I'm gonna put Beerus in Z. I'm gonna start filling up the Z's now. New Namek Goku and Kid Goku. They're not Z tier. They're not competing with these guys, in my opinion. The new Super Saiyan Goku and that Kid Goku not a Z tier. That is such a reach. LFSV, oh my god, I forgot about him. USG for sure in Z, for sure. Did I not drag him up? Oh, I didn't. I'm not gonna order Z. I don't think we should order Z. Just because they have like long combos and can be annoying doesn't mean they're toxic. For example, I think 17 is super annoying, but he's not necessarily toxic, you know? It's not the fact that himself is just super crazy, you know? I think he's not really toxic. He's annoying because of what he contributes to his team, but I wouldn't say it's toxic for the game. Because if we're gonna give 17 that toxicity, we're gonna give Future Gohan that same disrespect. And I don't think you guys are ready for that conversation. UKB. Kid Buu is it, to be honest. When his gauge is full and he can lock you in with blue cards for sure. CMZ is like Kid Buu to me as well. I think I'll put them together. Purple Rose on Zenkai. That guy's like, he can rush you at any point. Do you guys remember when people were glazing? They called that future team the Goresh team just because he made a video on it. The glaze on this guy here was crazy. They were glazing. The new Cell. Yeah, he's an explosive green merchant. Where is he? for sure. Purple UI. Would you say Jiren's in his prime right now? I would say Jiren's in his prime right now. I wouldn't say Gogeta Blue's actually toxic. He's very high skill orientated, but I think I'll put him in tier 2. If we're talking UGB, I'd put him in tier 2, not S tier, me personally. Because the green card's fully skill, and getting priority, you still have to work for it. I wouldn't say he's as toxic as these guys. Explosive green into like nukes, it's crazy. If you really process what has to be done to get the certain outcomes, like I feel like this guy could be S tier. This guy will do 2 cards and then lock you in with an ultimate and one shot you. You know, this guy is cheesy. Prime LOE, that's a toxic unit. Prime LOE, that's a toxic unit right there. This guy just rushing you as well from any point, similar to Purple Rose. Ultra SV, where is he? USV is not really toxic. He's a defensive fusion warrior ultra. Why are you scared of this guy? You know, I'd say his strike counter like is a bit, you know, so I'll put him tier 1, but he's not really, he doesn't have anything that really just, you know, is insane. 17 can go tier 1. 17 can go tier 1. I'm gonna put Future Gohan in the same area. Let's go Blue Broly on release with the card draw speed. Nobody felt that 17 was such a until recently. Even pre-anniversary, you know, nobody really felt he was such a problem. Like he was really important in the game and very valuable, but like nobody was like, he does so much work. Namek Goku, yeah, he can slot in. I might put him S tier, bottom of S, but it's not even ordered. Gammas, I'm gonna put Boo Bros in tier 2. I was just thinking about Tag 4s. Yep, Tag 4s can go S tier. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. That explosive green on both sides is lame. It's so lame. It's so lame. And the fact that you can't rush them because they switch out. Nuclear 4. If you fought a good Goku of this year, do you see the way he locks you in with his ult and his combos are so long? They're insane. Z Trunks, I might put him in tier 1 just because he has 2 ultimates. Just because he has 2 ultimates. Dragon Fist. Dragon Fist can go tier 1. Because of how his gauge works. It's not too bad. No, actually, yeah, he can go tier 1. Ultra Broly S tier. I agree with that one. I agree with that one. G4 tier 1. SSBE tier 1. Cell tier 2. Gogeta tier 2. Pycon Gogeta tier 1. Margin Vegeta. We can go tier 1. We can go tier 1. LL Piccolo is a menace. Transformation Vanish back. Blue card galore in his prime. Transformation Piccolo, LL Piccolo is actually tough. Gold 10 weak as hell. Super Saiyan 3 Goku used to be a brick wall with Angel Vegeta. First form Frieza. I don't know where I'd put him, to be honest. Tier 1, tier 2? Tier 1. Super Saiyan 4 Goku in tier 1 for sure. I don't feel like he's toxic at all. GT locked. Sword of Hope Trunks can go S tier. No. Tier 1. I think Sword of Hope Trunks, yeah, when you're, the fact that he just stops your combo is absurd. Like 0 key. Back then with Future, with Zimzam, like tier 1's cool for Trunks. Kid Buu S tier. Yes, that's a good one. Blue Kid Buu as well. Tier 2, I think Vegeta was completely healthy. Tier 2, Omega was completely healthy. I think Bardock's completely healthy. I'm lying. Tier 2, tier 2, tier 2, and S tier. Like that, S tier. I think, is there any moves you want to make? Someone tell me what moves you want to make. I think the moves are important. I just place people in places. Pick somebody and then tell me if you think it's like a drastic position, because you might not like where they landed. Trunks and Vegeta tier 1, but that's the only thing they have. Actually, for sure, I'll put them tier 1 because they're not actually bad. Kid Goku to S tier. Ultra Kaioken and God tier. Rimuru must be decently new to the game or newer, but he locks your strikes and had the longest combos in the game. Evil Ken in Godly. That's gonna be a hot take, but we'll put it in there. I don't agree. I think they should be Z tier because that's all they have and it can be dealt with. I don't think so. Evil Ken's not God tier toxic. Boo Bros on release tier 1. Where did I put Boo Bros? They're here. I think they're not really toxic because you have to work really hard for it. Nobody really felt threatened by them. But the fact that Vegeta could be really, really annoying and bulky, it's tough to deal with. That's why I put them in tier 2. They're not 100% healthy, but it's not really more than that. That's how I see it. Nobody's looking at Boo Bros and like, oh, I'm actually scared. Like, nobody's scared of them, bruh. Omega has explosive green card. Are we really nerfing Omega just for an explosive green card? I don't even know if he has an explosive green card. Even if he does, like, are we really gonna put him in tier 2 just because of that? I think that's too much. I think that's too much. I think I'm gonna move this Vegeta up. I think I'm gonna move that Vegeta up. I think that Vegeta is a big problem, but it's so slept on. The snipe with his locking ult is crazy. Rev UI tier 1 for sure. Where did I put him? I don't think Rev UI should be tier 1. He's a calm little revival unit. Nobody really threatened him at the start. I'd say the only thing that's really toxic about him... Actually, I'll move him up just because he has Ultra Instinct. We have to respect the Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct in itself is... I should move it up even further, to be honest. Ultra Instinct in itself is very threatening. If UI Science here, I think this guy has to be here too. I think he has to make the same tier as UI Sign, just off Ultra Instinct. He also has the cover null permanently when he transforms, and he has 2 lives. For consistency purposes, if you're keeping UI Sign up, I don't see why Rev Sign wouldn't be there. That's how I feel. Like, so if I asked you, argue why UI Sign is here then. Why is UI Sign in S and not Rev Sign? What's the difference? If anything, Rev Sign's more toxic. Maybe. I wouldn't say that, to be honest. UI Sign has explosive green. This guy has cover null for a while after transforming. This guy has an explosive green. No, we're only ordering the god tier because this is gonna take long. Look how many units there are. I'm not doing all that. I ain't ordering all that. I'm not gonna lie. I think we should move both of them down, respectfully. I think the Ultra Instinct design is very, very good. They get the Ultra Instinct in return for having poor defenses. I think that's a good exchange. I think that's a very good exchange. They get good gimmicks here and there, but they don't get any, you know, defenses. Why isn't Beast in God tier? You can rush him, I guess. And he hasn't single-handedly changed the game. All of these guys in the top row single-handedly changed the game. Even Beast could, I'm not gonna lie, Beast should be God tier. Now that I'm processing it, Beast should be God tier, and maybe Blue Bros. These guys all single-handedly changed the game, like harshly, with the exception of UVB maybe, but his kit is just that powerful. If Blue Bros is God tier, so is USG. Nah, even though USG was super powerful in terms of damage, he wasn't healing the way Blue Bros was. If you have a setback with USG, you're not making it back unless you're very skillful. But if you have a setback with Blue Bros, you can get back to full health. That is a complete different ball game. On top of the fact that these guys have a whole team centered about them, whereas USG was just solo dolo. I might move Beast up, to be honest, like here and here, here. Revhan might have to move up. Where did we put him? I think Revhan's fine in Z tier. It wasn't just him. It wasn't just him. If Blue Bros are up there, Cooler should be up too. Bro, Cooler had the meta in a headlock for like a half a week. I think Beast is above Kaioken because you're forgetting with Kaioken, this Vegeta did him a lot of grace. It was like green, yellow with Vados. Kaioken is super toxic himself, but the team did him justice. But Beast was actually a one-man army. Cooler wasn't around long enough for me to respect him in God tier. That's how I see it anyways. I think that's reasonable, unless you have a counter. Unless you have a counter to my arguments. Single blast hard kill your team. The thing is, yeah, even though a single blast starts killed your team, it's much harder to get priority with FSK. With tag droids, you're cooked. Bro, that one you can't beat it. What am I supposed to do? A quick tag switch? That is insane. That is insane. That is insane. I think that's so insane. You still have to get priority with FSK. You still have to get the priority. But with the tag droids, you don't have to work for it. You don't have to work. There's no hustle. Janemba in God. I think we moved him down. Nah, Beast is God tier. We're not moving him. We're not moving him. Beast impact on the game is so traumatic. I think this is a good list, to be honest. Nameku over Beast. Can do it. Can do it. Are you forgetting you can't rush Beast? But you know what you can do to Nameku? You can rush that boy. You can't rush Beast. That's another thing. You can't rush that. Bro, Ahmed, mix of both. If a unit's super toxic, their impact on the game is major. But it's toxicity at number 1. I'm using impact on the game as a measure of how toxic they were. Because when everybody had Beast, it was toxic because you can't play PvP without Beast. You get it? Go Freeze is toxic because they stop you from rising rushing. And they don't deserve it as well. Evo Ken are above Gen. Oh, Z's not ordered. Z has no order. FSK is nuts, yeah, but it's remember you have to get him to last stand as well. There's like it's so situational. There's so many more factors to say he's less toxic than tag droids because it's situational. I don't think I need to poll for that one. I'm not ordering anything except God tier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I'm done with this list, bro. So we got tag droids number 1, FSK number 2, VB 3, Gold Freezer 4, Beast 5, Ametku 6, Kaoken 7, Blue Bros 8, UVB 9, and MUI 10 for the God tiers. The rest is not ordered. So like, for example, Rose could be above Janemba if it's up to you. The rest is not ordered. It's not bad. It's not bad. Right, so cool. We're just gonna backpack a strong explanation for the God tier right now. So the reason why tag droids are number 1 over FSK, a lot of people might disagree. I'm gonna explain. It's because the tag droids, they are OP at all points in the battle, whereas FSK, even though he can hit you with 1 blast and you'll die, that's in the situation he's 1v3. And even in that situation of you being 1v3, you have to really lose the battle and you're at high risk when you're 1v3. So you're still working for the win, where these guys are just autopilot, green card, inshallah, you know. Straight away, 18's gonna, and then he could even tag switch and then hit you with a beam. So like, it's too crazy with the tag droids. I feel like they're absolutely toxic because they're so autopilot. As soon as they hit a green card, you're gonna be there for a 99 combo. FSK, I just explained, he's gonna 1 blast you. VB, they had to change the game to stop him. Should be self-explanatory when he came out on the 2nd anniversary, to the point where he was so toxic, people were review bombing Dragon Ball Legends. People went to the App Store and left reviews. Jobless guys left reviews on the App Store just because of how much of a tyrant this guy was. Next up, we got Gold Freezer, the new gen version of like Beast Gohan, in my opinion. Gold Freezer getting buffs from the heavens, which are the developers, making them OP as hell, which is nuts. And they don't deserve it. Also, first people to just come with a rush counter, which is absurd. So yeah, Gold Freezer, and having 2 elements. Let's really realize 2 elements and say an LOE tag. That's just disgusting. And not just any 2 elements, the most valuable elements in the game. Purple and blue have the best units in game. Beast is Beast. Nameku blue card counter, and in a meta where he can't be countered, just makes sense. Just makes sense. I don't need to dive into Beast. But for Beast, just changing the game where you can't play PvP if he wasn't using Beast above Nameku. Kaioken, when he had green, green, yellow, you can't play the game. He's locking every strike you have. Very understandable. Very, very understandable. He's locking everything you have and bringing the longest combos ever. Blue Bros, mono purple. Similar reasons for Beast and Gold Freezer, but I'd say they're just a weakened versions because they're in the past. UVB, switching, vanish removal. Green card, counter. End somebody, he gets his vanish back. Rush, endurance nullification. Solo, dolo, insane unit. And then MUI, the most passive player in the game, and you're getting rewarded for doing nothing. You're getting rewarded doing damage to the enemy for standing still. And he gets endurance on last stand, which is just the icing on the cake. Main ability, he can't be cover changed. Some good stuff in his kit, but it's just OD, man. It's just OD. Like, they really rewarded passive gameplay with MUI. But yeah, that's the God tiers, the most toxic in the game. Maybe I should just dive into the honorable mentions. So Kula, he didn't last long, and he only really targeted 1 specific group in the game, which would be like Super Saiyans. Janemba, once you get his counter up the way with the first ultimate, it's really just easy peasy. If he got ultimate on the 2nd counter as well, then I'd be like, alright, cool, he's a problem. But the fact that you can just eat the first one with a strong green or a tanky unit, it's easy. Evo Ken, just the long combo merchant. They're doing good damage, but it's really just the long combos. That's not super toxic on the same way of these guys. Beerus, some OGs might actually argue he's God tier, but it's really just, you know, for the time, and not everybody had him to say that he was so toxic, but he really was, which is why he's E tier. And UGB for the same reason as Janemba, but I'd say he's a bit worse, but he's not hanging with these guys. And I think that's everybody that I just need to explain. Everybody else doesn't really need an explanation. But yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of the tier list. Maybe we'll do another tier list next week. Tier list every week. This might be a thing. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 100,000 subscribers. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.